When you talk about great Kenyan women, the name Martha Karua always comes up. She is a household figure in politics and governance. But what many forget, or perhaps don't even know, is that her daughter has carved her own path as a global leader. Her name is Dr. Wanjiru Kamau Rutenberg, and her story is one of brilliance, resilience, and quiet but powerful influence. Born in 1978 in Kenya, Wanjiru grew up in a household where leadership was not just a career but a calling. At the age of 14, she moved to the United States to live with an uncle in Denver, Colorado. That move opened her to a new world, one that will shape her worldview on leadership, opportunity, and justice. Her education journey is nothing short of impressive. She graduated from Whitman College in Washington State with a degree in politics. She later went on to the University of Minnesota, where she earned both a master's and her PhD in political science. Her research explored the deep intersection of gender, ethnicity, and democracy in Africa. In fact, her doctoral dissertation focused on how ethnic politics shaped women's rights legislation in Kenya during the country's democratic transition. But Wanjiru's brilliance was never meant to stay in classrooms alone. In 2005, while still quite young, she founded Akili Dada, a leadership incubator dedicated to mentoring and empowering talented girls and young women from underprivileged backgrounds in Kenya. Through scholarships, mentorship, and leadership training, Akili Dada became a model of how investing in women transforms societies. Her journey didn't stop there. In 2014, she became the director of AWARD, African Women in Agricultural Research and Development, an organization that supports women scientists across Africa to ensure agricultural research responds better to the needs of African farmers, especially women. Under her leadership, AWARD grew into a respected continental program, influencing how Africa thinks about food security and gender inclusivity in science. Later, she took a global role as the inaugural executive director of the RISE program, a joint initiative of the SkyMeet Futures and the Rhodes Trust. There, she worked to nurture young talent around the world, once again proving her belief in creating opportunities for the next generation. Wanjiru is also the founder of Black Women in Executive Leadership, a global community that uplifts Black women leaders, helping them thrive in spaces where they are often underrepresented. Her work has not gone unnoticed. She has been named as a White House Champion of Change by President Barack Obama's administration. She is a Ford Foundation Champion of Democracy. She has received the United Nations Intercultural Innovation Award and was recognized as one of the 100 most influential Africans by New African magazine. In 2016, she won the New African Woman in Education Award, cementing her place as one of the continent's leading voice for women. Yet, despite all the accolades, Wanjiru's life is deeply grounded in family. She is married to Dr. Isaac M. Rutenberg, a respected academic in his own right and a director of the Center for Intellectual Property in Information Technology at Strathmore University Law School. Their love story is remarkable. She has shared how at the height of her PhD studies in Minnesota, Isaac willingly relocated to support her dreams. Together they are raising a son, balancing demanding global careers with the joys and challenges of family life. What is striking about Dr. Wanjiru Kamau Rutenberg is how often she is underestimated. To many, she is simply seen as Martha Karua's daughter, sometimes even mistaken for her assistant at public events. But behind the scenes, she is a force in her own right, an academic, a leader, a strategist, and a global advocate for women. Today, she continues to shape policy and empower leaders as the Managing Director for Africa at the Alliance of Biodiversity International and CAA, and also as a Senior Fellow with the Ford Foundation, where she is scaling her vision for Black women in executive spaces. Her guiding philosophy is simple yet profound. No human potential should ever go to waste. That belief has powered every initiative she has touched, from scholarships to Kenyan girls to agricultural research across Africa to global leadership programs for youth. Dr. Wanjiru Kamau Rutenberg may not be the loudest voice in the room, but her impact is undeniable. She is proof that leadership is not just inherited, it is cultivated, sharpened, and used to uplift others. And perhaps in her quiet way, she is living out the legacy of her mother, redefining what it means to be a great Kenyan woman and reminding us that true influence does not always need the spotlight.